It was Thanksgiving. The table was set with turkey, cranberry sauce, the usual fake smiles. Then my father dropped his knife on the plate, leaned back, and looked straight at me. "You're a leech," he said. The laughter died. "You can't stay after November bills. You're done." Everyone stared at me like I'd already been evicted. My chest burned. My mother didn't say a word. My siblings smirked into their wine. That was the moment I decided I would never sit at their table again, but I wouldn't leave quietly. When I lost my job, I went home thinking family would mean safety. My father told me not to worry. "We'll get you back on your feet," he said. He made me believe I was welcome. At first, it felt like old times. He poured me coffee in the mornings. We watched sports in silence. I thought maybe, just maybe, he respected me still. But respect doesn't survive long under his roof. Soon, the comments started. "Job hunting? Another rejection? You eat more than you earn." By November, every glance felt like an accusation. I just didn't know how far he'd go, until he humiliated me in front of everyone. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I swallowed the rage and kept my face calm. I said thank you for dinner, like nothing had happened. But that night, while they slept, I began. I packed my clothes into 2 bags. I wiped my laptop clean. I deleted every trace of myself from their Wi-Fi, their Netflix, their accounts. And then I went further. The bills. Every one of them, electric, internet, water, was in my name. When I moved back, Dad thought it was easier that way. He handed me the responsibility. He forgot that power in my hands meant power over his house. So I logged in. Click. Electricity canceled. Click. Water shut off. Click. Internet gone. I cut every cord that held his world together. By sunrise, I was gone. My car was packed, my key left on the counter. The house behind me looked normal, but it wasn't. It was a shell waiting to collapse. At 9 a.m. my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I didn't answer. Then came the pounding. He had tracked me down. My new apartment, small but mine. His fists shook the door. His voice bellowed through the wood. "You cut the bills? You think this is a game?" I stayed silent. Let him scream. Let him taste the cold edge of losing control. Through the peephole I saw him, red-faced, hair wild, the great patriarch brought down to begging. Finally, I opened the door a crack. His eyes met mine. For the first time in years, he looked uncertain. "You ungrateful," he started. I cut him off. "You called me a leech. I don't live off you anymore. Now you live in the dark." He froze. He realized. Every bill, every service, his entire house balanced on my signature. I had erased myself from his table, and I took the lights with me. He tried to bargain. "Just put it back, I'll pay you." I smiled. "No, you'll pay the price you set," and I closed the door on him. By evening, I heard from my sister. She texted in rage. "We can't even shower. Dad's furious." I didn't reply. I let them sit in their silence, candles flickering where lights once burned. I pictured them eating cold leftovers, choking on their pride. Meanwhile, in my apartment, I cooked dinner in peace. The lights glowed bright. The Wi-Fi hummed. Freedom tasted like warmth, like control, like justice. I used to think family loyalty was unbreakable, that no matter how cruel, blood demanded forgiveness. But sitting at that table, with his words cutting deeper than knives, I finally saw the truth. He called me a leech. But leeches don't let go. I did, and I took everything I gave him with me. Now when I think of Thanksgiving, I don't remember the food. I remember the sound of his fists on my door, his voice cracking, his empire of arrogance collapsing without me. And I don't feel guilt. I feel free.